James, it wasn't a classic, but a hard-fought point for your team. Could it have been all three?
Yeah, I think so. I think towards the end, I think there was only really one team that was going to score, and I felt it was us. They had a couple of opportunities which were gifted to them, and got to say I'm delighted with the discipline of my players. Having not been, speaking to the referee in a way that maybe he should have, and that's all I can say about that.
Has it been a frustrating afternoon? You've had a goal disallowed for offside. There was a lot of soft free kicks, both ways really, but it was a very stop-start game, wasn't it?
Well, I'm dying to see the replay, but I've just said in there, I'm very proud of the discipline of the players, with them not being disciplined themselves for dissent. So I'm delighted with that, and as I say, I'd like to see the replay, but it's a clean sheet and it's a well-earned point. Never a classic in anybody's book, but we stuck in and we did the nasty things well, and we're hard to beat, and we've stuck in there and got a point.
Talk about the discipline of your players. I know you're always calm and reserved on the touchline. Were you having to keep it in a bit?
Yeah, I was quite impressed with myself as well. I just feel sorry for the players, to be honest. I think they've done a tremendous job today. And as I say, I'm delighted with the discipline they've shown. Was it
a bit similar to Bristol Rovers in that you contained your opponents, kept it tight, you were solid, and then you made chances late on, as well as the goal disallowed? Coyote Odijayi's had one. There's been a scramble in the penalty area, one or two other opportunities.
Yeah, I mean we've spoken a lot about going away from home, and our away record recently is very good, and we've learnt about how to deal with certain situations in games, and the lads are learning how to deal with them, and it's great. And it's great for me to see, because it shows me that they're progressing. And when you come away to stadiums and there's 5,000 on, you mentioned Bristol Rovers, the same. You've got to go there, quieten the crowd down, get the foothold in the game, and then grow into the game themselves. And I thought we were always in the game today. And as I say, delighted with them.
You mentioned the clean sheet. You're always guaranteed a point if you can keep one of those. That defensively, goalkeeper spot on.
Yeah, Marcus has made a great save at a very important time in the game, and it just, I've not got enough plaudits for that young man. He's a tremendous keeper, and it shows a sign of a good keeper when he's not really got that much to do, and he produces a moment like that, and we're very thankful to have him at the club and as our last line of defence. But as you say, there's 10 other players in front of him that are defending, and I think at the moment we're hard to beat, and we've got a bit of a steel, a bit of a resilience about us, and that I'm delighted with as well.
And at the other end, it must be great to make a substitution and see it make an impact. James Gray came off the bench and caused some real problems, didn't he?
Yeah, I think we've got some really good good players on the bench, and I think it's one of the strongest squads that Stanley have ever seen, and we've got the quality on the bench to come off it and make an impact. And I know the lads are all chomping at the bit, but they're also supporting the teammates who are on the pitch, and I mentioned that to them before as well in the hotel, and it's great to see. I think we were uncomfortably comfortable at times in the game, and we just needed maybe that spark, and James came on and done very well.
You did make an early substitution. Cal Naismith came off. Is that an injury concern for him?
Yeah. The lads were training on Thursday, and he took a knock, and he just didn't manage to shake it off. And for him, being such a young man, he was man enough, I suppose, to hold his hand up and say, "Gaffer, I'm not right." So then we got Lee into the action, who maybe found it a little bit difficult, but he's a good player. We all know his qualities, and he hasn't really played that much football, but. We give him a pat on the back and give him some encouragement, and we know that he can have a massive effect on games as well.
And just lastly, another point to the total, another point closer to safety, and a solid base to go into a massive game at the end of the week against one of the teams that are at the top of the league.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep a clean sheet, and as I said, we're looking harder to beat now, and it's a resilience that the lads have built up, and we've built up as a team and a squad, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the point. We would have loved it to have been all three. Don't get me wrong, but as I said, due to the circumstances, I'm delighted with a point.